Hello everyone, this is Helen H and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I'm super excited to be here today because I am back from the getaway. I went with my YouTube friends. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun and I learned so much, not necessarily crafting, but about myself and crafting. What I like, what I don't like, so on and so forth. But I do have a project to share with you, so we're going to get started on that. And then, maybe I'll just talk about our little getaway because it was so fun. So one of the days we were there, one of the ladies showed me how to make these super simple pockets for journals. Like they each one, different sizes. It doesn't matter what the paper was. This cool paper that I have here, this was all free paper that they had at the Crop House. They had this big cabinet where anybody who had worked there, on a project and didn't want anything, they just put it in this cabinet. These, some of you may recognize them. I'm not sure the brand, but these are page dividers from some kind of planner. It's not a happy planner because it didn't have that kind of edge, but some kind of other planner. And I thought that these were super fun. So because they're cardboard, they are, divider pages, they're quite heavy. But really, these super simple pockets you can make out of any paper at all. Now, the only thing I would say is not any old paper like. I think this is even okay, but when you get the old paper and it kind of tears when you fold it, that wouldn't be good. This paper is okay, but some old paper that's real brittle, it wouldn't be because you do, obviously you fold the paper. So when we were there, we did some jelly plating, and these are just roll-off papers right here. And I thought, not this one's not great, but this here is kind of cool with these colors here. And since you can make them out of anything, I thought, well, maybe I'd cut some of this here. So I don't measure. I don't have any particular size in mind, but I'll show you. You just want to have it the length you want it. Like how long do you want it? Do you want it that long? Do you want it this long? Depending on the pages you're going to use it on. If you mass make these, which you will because they are addictive once you start. If you mass make these, then you might want to make all different lengths and widths or whatever, unless you standardize your journals and they're all the same size so you know what pocket you need. I just made them all different heights and widths and everything because this is a mass make. I don't quite know what I'm going to do with them. So you do want to have even edges. Like you don't want ratty edges because you are going to be gluing it together. So I'm just cutting a piece here. Now, if I fold this, see, I'm going to fold it and fold it again, but you don't need to have a third overlap like that. You only need enough overlap to actually glue it. So I'm going to cut some off the ends here because the ends of my roll-off paper here are pretty plain. So I'm going to go ahead and roll or cut these off here. Keep those little pieces. So now I just have a piece here. I'll just, excuse my reach, I'll just tell you it's approximately, I'd say 8, I'm rounding up, 6 by 8. Okay, this one is approximately 6 by 8. Okay, so what you do, and this, you really don't even need a tutorial for this. I don't know why I haven't been making these all my life. You just want to fold it so that there is a little bit of an overlap. Now mine, I folded it so that they glued on the side on the back. Well, okay, this one's glued here. This one is glued here, but it doesn't really matter if you are going to glue them into a journal. It doesn't matter what's on the back because you're not going to see it. It's going to be glued in the journal. And see, you could even use it as a tuck spot by, only gluing the two sides here, and then you've got the pocket here. you know, or you could glue it top and bottom and just use this. It's totally up to you. So here is my piece of paper. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of eyeball where I want it. I want a little bit of overlap. Remember, you need a little bit of overlap to glue. So I'm just going to do this like this. And then we'll do a little bit of decorating. I'm just trying to see here. I have not made a video for 2 weeks. You did see videos from me. Those were all pre-recorded. And so I want to say, if you just got a heart on your any videos I posted last week, I apologize. There were just so many when I got back. I was totally overwhelmed. And I said I can either sit here and answer every one of these comments, or I can read them, give everyone a heart, and make a video. So that's what I chose to do. I appreciate your comments, and please, please keep them coming. I will answer them. Now I'm caught up, so I will be able to answer them. It just give me some grace for going away. Okay, so I have this. And see, this was just a used up piece of paper that I used as this wipe off page. So I just have this like this. So then you open it up again and you're going to fold up the bottom. And again, there's no measurement here. Now, if you want one that's specifically a certain length, then obviously you're going to measure it and then measure your fold. I have no purpose for these. I'm mass making these for future journals, so I don't really need to know what the size is, okay? So then we've got like this, okay? But now what we want to do is open up where we folded below, and because of the bulk of your paper, we are going to cut out these corner pieces. So where we folded it up and where we folded it together, there are intersections here and here. We're going to cut the outer portions of those intersections out. So I'm just going to go ahead right on the crease lines. I'm cutting that piece off, and I'm going to do the same on this piece, this side. And I'm sure most of you have made these before, and maybe even I have. I just don't remember, but I got to making these things and I couldn't stop. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is wonderful. So now we have like this. We've cut off these. It's easier to also fold it up if you take a little wedge off the side here. You've seen coin envelopes, and I think the envelopes from banks have, you know, when you look at them, the back is actually at an angle. It just relieves some of the bulk from the actual creases here. So what you're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and glue your back piece here. Okay, we're going to glue that. We're not going to glue the bottom. We're going to glue this part here. So let me just grab some glue here. I wish I could just sit here and tell you all about my trip, but it would be a very, very long video. All I can say is the ladies I went with were delightful. We had a wonderful time. We did talk at the end about, because two of us had never been to this place before. And what it is, it's like a bed and breakfast, but it's for people who do crops. Like, you know, it was for scrapbooking crops, but, you know, and still a lot of people do that, but a lot of people do other crafts. So it's for whatever, you know, whatever you want to do. And she has, it's a 4-bay garage that was built in on the side of this house that has all the work tables and everything, but she has Cricut machines, she has Big Shots, dies, punches, stamps, everything you can think of that you can work on, use her stuff. You don't have to bring all that stuff yourself if you don't want to. Now, or, you know, if you want to buy a Cricut but you've never used one before, you know, you can use hers first to see if you want to buy one. Now, you see here, I didn't cut it straight, so there's a little bit of discrepancy here. I'm just going to very roughly, it's not going to show, so but just to get rid of the bulk, I'm just going to kind of even that up a little bit. So now I can fold the bottom up. Now, of course, being a Helen video, I used a bad example of what to make the envelope out of because I'm using paper that is heavily coated with acrylic paint, because like I said, it was my jelly plate wipe-off, brayer wipe-off thing, and the glue isn't sticking as quickly as I would hope. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Okay. Now, I've already made a mistake here, and I'm trying to see. I was not prepared for this video. I've also been at my parents'. You know, my dad's not doing well. We're trying to settle him in with getting some help, you know, like some companionship help coming in and everything. Just hang on for 1 second. Here, Noel will talk to you while, just 1 second while I get my punch. I'm still here, just getting my punch. Just getting my punch. Okay, we'll go with this one just so I can be quick. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, so these ones, you see the hole right here? I actually punched that out before I glued it together. Now this one, I glued it together. If you have a small punch, I do have a smaller punch that would actually fit in here, but if you make a mistake and do what I did and you didn't punch it, it doesn't matter. You can punch through both layers, okay? So not a problem. Punch through like this. And this one here, I had done that way, okay? And it's no big deal because if it's stuck in a book, if it's stuck in a journal, you know, it's okay to have the two sides, you know, the hole on the two sides like that. So that's it. That is how easy it is to make these pockets. Now, these ones here have very wild paper because, like I said, these were dividers from some kind of art calendar or something. And then we've got this one, which is, I actually like that a lot. But you can decorate these how you want. And I was thinking that I might, reaching over, like to decorate some of these with my little paper dolls that I painted while I was away. These are using the one of Megan Quinlan's paper doll stencils. And then you just draw the face in yourself. So like this one here would probably look nice. Let's do that one. This one here would probably look nice on this one here. Now, obviously, if what you have and you want to put on it, whether it is a magazine image or a piece of art or a collage is too big, you just cut it off, right? So I think I am going to actually put her on there. I mean, how you decorate these is, you know, it's like anything. You can do whatever it is you want. I'm trying to keep this video a little bit short because my next door neighbor, she had her motorcycle out, and I hate motorcycle season, which is now all summer. Why do people who ride motorcycles need to warm them up for 15 minutes with the music blaring? I mean, really, I actually went out there and I said, oh, are you going to be doing that for long? It's like, I want to make a video and I can she's like, can you hear that? I was like, yes, I can hear it. And she's like, well, can you hear her husband's in the back? I'm like, yes, because they play their music so loud. But I mean, that being said too, I call this a paper house. This house was built in 2005, I think. And they just don't build them like they used to, you know, that's all I can say. But anyway, enough of that. So look how cute this is already, right? These little pockets. So one thing I did learn, okay, so one thing I'm going to say that I did learn about myself, or what I learned. I don't like mass making, okay? These pockets are addictive, and I will probably never stop making these just because they are so darn fun. But you know, if you made them, you could put a letter in there. You know, they're for any journal. You can use them for your journaling cards or whatever. You could make them smaller and make them gift card holders. But what I realize is I don't like mass making things when I don't have a purpose for them. That really bothers me. So I'm not, you know, I have a whole thing of journal cards and little envelopes and this and that, the other, that just sits there because I have no point for them. So that is definitely something that I learned, is that I do not like mass making. I would rather make things as I need them. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with anybody else mask making. I'm just saying for me, I don't make journals fast enough or in quantity enough. Now, if you're selling, 15 journals on Etsy every month or something and you need to mass make, then you go at it, but I don't. So, yeah, that is one thing I learned. But these fun little pockets, yeah, there might be a little problem there because, oh my goodness, these are so fun. Okay, so see, I'm just doing some stamping now over her to get her to blend a little bit with the background there. And let's see here. We could probably use another stamp also, but we're not going to waste that ink, right? Okay, so we got that one. Let's maybe use this one here. It looks like, I guess, string. That's what I think it looks like. Let's use some of that one. And put some of that on there too. We got a lot of white space here. So put that here. Yeah, so we were on this trip and we were talking the last day, and one of my friends two of my friends had been there before many times, and then myself and another lady had not been there at all. This was our first time. So one of the ladies the last day was saying, well, what surprised you, or what did you like, or what didn't you like about it? We had this whole house. It sleeps 18 or so people. We had the entire craft area and the entire house to ourselves. It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. But one thing that really surprised me was, look how cute that is that we didn't craft as much as I thought we were going to craft. And that is because we went out we went out to certain restaurants we had to eat in, really good restaurants in Lancaster. So we had to eat at this place or we had to eat at that place. And so we did that. And I'm just wondering, I'm just leaning over because I'm thinking I could probably add a little flower to her. I never use my flowers. These ones here are really old vintage, the paper, these paper vintagey ones. But I think they're two-dimensional. So for this particular thing, because this is going to go in a journal. So I'm just going to look at my flower bag and see if I have something flat. Now, I've got that little crocheted one, but again, that's kind of big here. Oh, here. Look at these pretty green ones I've got. Maybe we'll use one of those. Yeah, let's use one of these here. These are little prima flowers, little prima flower things. So let's see here. Which one do we want to use? Let's use this one here. But yeah, because we were newbies, two of us were newbies, we did a lot of we went to the Wilbur Chocolate Factory. We went to the Tomato Pie Cafe. We went to the Art Reuse Store, which was fabulous, I might say. Okay, so help me call out here, down here, the flower, up here. I kind of like it up there because it reminds me of a brooch. So yeah, we'll put it up there. Anyway, next time we won't have to go to some of those places because we've been. And we will be doing some more crafting. So, but like I said, I'm not complaining. We had a wonderful, wonderful time. And, we did get some stuff done. So I suggested that we make goodie bags for each other. And then every day we will give out our goodie bags. Like Sunday night, I said, I want to give my goodie bag out to everybody. Because I put a little canvas from the Dollar Tree in everyone. And I said the goodie bags can't be worth more than $5. So what we did was we gathered a lot of stuff from our own stash, things that we had extras of or whatever, and share them with our friends, right? So, okay, so I have that on there. I think I don't want to put anything else on this one. I like it like this. And plus, if when it comes time to put her in a journal, I might want to put a sentiment there or something, or another sticker. I don't know, since this is a mass make. So I'm going to say this one is done. So anyway, I handed out my goodie bags on Sunday night, and I had put a little canvas. One of the things I stuffed mine with a lot of stuff, ephemera and stuff from my craft room. I gave them one of those, rigid or those really hard, one of these envelopes. Their goodie bag came in one of these type envelopes. And then I put all the stuff in there. I gave them each a set of these Yardley washcloths, so that we had something for sticky fingers at our tables. Just a whole bunch of stuff. But, so let me just show you. You don't need to see me decorate any more of these, right? You saw how I made these. These are super easy. And this is probably something, your kid from school showed you how to do it. But I don't know, if I did know, I don't know why I forgot about making these, because these are so fun. Anyway, so this is the little canvas, right? You get these at Dollar Tree. And this one, this size, I think this is like 5, what size is this? 4 by 6 maybe? 4, yeah, this is 4 by 6. So they don't have the easel. I think the 4 by 4 ones used to come with a little easel on it. So I went rogue on mine and I did it inside. So this is the canvas I made. I made it on the inside. I did like a vintage collage with all vintagey papers, and this label, this is from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And then I had a page of what did this come from? Shorthand paper that I have, where it has the word and then how you write it in shorthand, and it says aspirations, and I put that there. And then I made, while I was there, I made a bunch more of the doodly flowers that I showed you in a video, I guess 2 weeks ago that I did. I made some more of the doodly flowers. So that was my canvas, and all 4 of our canvases came out completely different. That was super fun. Anyway, guys, I don't want to prattle on, and I know my neighbor's probably going to fire up her radio again in a minute. I told her it would be no more than half an hour that I needed to make my video. So she's being nice and accommodating to me. I'm glad to be back, and thank you for the patience with the comments. Like I said, I wanted to have those videos pre-recorded so that there wasn't like I wasn't on for an entire week. But now that I'm back, I'll be making more videos again, and hopefully I'll get to talk a little bit more about my trip. And, I'll think about things that I want to share about that. But anyway, so that's it. Guys, make these super little fun envelopes. Like I said, I had no intention of mass making these. But once I got started, I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. And me being me, I went on this crop and I didn't have any scrapbook paper, because I really wasn't thinking I was going to make anything. I brought my art journals and jelly prints and stuff like that. Of course, you can make these out of jelly prints, book pages, anything, children's books, whatever, as long as it's, paper that will fold without crumbling. So that's really the only criteria. So, guys, I'm back. I'm so happy to be back and making videos like in time for you. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I ask that you do. And until the next video, I hope you're all truly blessed. Bye-bye.